Hey everybody, it's me, JTJ, and I'm coming at you with another review of the revival King of the Hill, Season 14, Episode 10, the final one, and hopefully for the next season after this one, which I hear they are doing another season. I hope they don't release them all at once again, but I will try to prepare for that in case they do. So let's get into it. First off, the director of this episode, Michael Bayliss, and also as per usual, the supervising director, Leslie Archer, and who wrote this episode was Jeremy Hoshu and Marcelina Chavera and Sam Fishhill. So I also want to point out that there was a guest star in this episode, which I did some research on. Nolan Ryan, who is a baseball player. I like baseball. I'm not like a super huge fan of baseball. I just love the fundamentals, if you catch my drift, as a guy who wanted to play real baseball in high school instead of, well, that's a story for another day. Anyway, he guest stars in this episode, and interesting fact about him, apparently he retired the same year I was born, so let that sink into you. Anyway, the episode starts out with Hank finding out he made some money through some investments he made in the past, and he has some excess money that he needs to figure out how to invest properly. So what happens is John Redcorn shows up with his product he was sharing with the guys in the alley called Redcorn. So let me clarify, there is a sex joke, but I'm not going to say it. But Redcorn had some boars on his property that were eating his red corn. Yes, there are red corns. Look it up. Anyway, and Boomhauer gets the idea to start a business where him and the guys go shooting off boars on people's property. You know, because there's some unwanted boars on people's property, and I guess people want them taken care of, not even in a humane way, apparently. I mean, I would prefer the humane way if possible, but who knows? Who knows? Anyway, there's also a side story, which us fans who wanted Bobby and Connie to get together finally basically see them go on a date, and I'm not going to spoil nothing, but their first date goes horribly, and their second date almost as bad, but it actually has a happy ending. Not going to spoil nothing, but we basically get Hank, who the entire episode did not want to invest in the pig hunting company, which Boomhauer named Boom Borgon. I can't remember. It was something clever like that. God, how did I forget to remember the name of? Anyway, it gets bought out by this company called Pig Force, which is buying a bunch of companies that take care of wild boars for people on their lands. And they were trying to buy a bunch of small businesses in the entire state. So Hank thinks this becomes a huge investment opportunity after being on the fence about it, and decides to buy a bunch of shares. And then the next day he finds out, well, I'm not going to spoil nothing, but this was actually a very fun episode. And what would I rate this episode? I think I'm going to rate it a 8.9. Yeah, it wasn't as good as the last episode, but it was still a good time. I enjoyed it. I hope they make more episodes like this one and the last one. You know, I mean, they can't all be winners, but I hope for the next season they learn to use less of that voice they got for Dale. Maybe grab somebody from the internet. I've seen people do impressions of Dale that is much, much better than that voice they have right now. Anyway, till next time, stay tight.